So a couple of you guys have asked if I would put together a collection vid, and I was a little hesitant on doing it just because I figured it'd be a really long video. You guys know I talk slow, but as I keep adding bottles to the collection, I figured this video would be harder and harder to put together if I keep putting it off. So I'll try to keep this under 30 minutes, but no promises. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time finding me, please consider liking and subscribing as I talk about some of the best fragrances on the market for men and women in 10 post points or less. This video is already going to be long, so I'll just jump right into it. Alright, so first up we have fragrance from Issey Miyake, one of their summer editions. I believe this one is 2012, 2014. I can't remember one. This one's coriander. The Issey Miyake summer DNA, but coriander. This is the famed 2009 edition that Robes 08 made me buy. Pretty good. I actually like this one a little better. Platinum edition VIP. I actually like the original VIP, so I figured I'd give that one a try. This one's not as good as the regular. Windsor Per Homme from English Laundry. Pretty good, old school. When I say old school, I mean this smells like an older gentleman. I say 50s, 60s. So yeah, it's real old. Cinnamon vibe. I say it smells like Barry White in a crushed velvet jacket. Empty bottle of Gucci Pour Homme, the original Dior Homme silver stem, small bottle. Jill Sander Man cheapy here. That's actually pretty good performance smell. Lacoste original old school scent. This was powerhouse before oak moss was outlawed, or yeah, a real oak moss and lemon lime vibe. I only wear that outdoors. Pretty potent stuff. My latest review was on this bad boy here. Robert Graham's Fortitude, one of my favorites in my lineup right now. Tommy Bahama Set Sail St. Bar. This is actually surprisingly good performance on that one for that to be a cheapie and so light. Another one from English Laundry. This one is London. People say this is a Creative Ventus clone. I think it has a little different vibe to me, though. Blackberry and vanilla in that. Have another review on this one here lately. It's Flora Iku, Sound of a Ricochet. I just kept it in the packaging because I just reviewed it. Hadn't put it up yet. One of my old school summer favorites from Lacoste Style and Play. That one has a really good green apple note in it. Perry Ellis M. Date night type scent. Star Walker from Mont Blanc. A bit of an underrated one from Mont Blanc. This one is Perry Ellis White and Reserve. White is pretty much I won't say a clone, but it's a mix between Jean Paul Gaultier, Lamal, and a little bit of Reflection Man, kind of a combination of those two. And this one just does a classic barbershop type scent, lavender mostly. It's a little bit of woods, and that's Reserve. What is this? This is Pitbull. It's one of my wife's. I have no idea how that smells. Honey Moray is another classic in the game. Hugo Boss selection. Kind of a suit and tie fragrance. Not that well constructed to me, but I bought this on one of those buy two get one free or something like that deals. And that was a pretty good church scent. Going to church with that one. What is this? Noble Fig from Ferrari. Of course, it's Fig. Bright Neroli based. Forte is one of the Forte. I think is pretty good. It's a cheapie. I just bought this not too long ago. Don't know a whole lot about it, but I remember being maybe a winter date night type scent, so pretty good. Moonlight in Heaven. I got this from my cousin. It actually doesn't have Moonlight Heaven in it anymore. I had about, I don't know, 30 mils in here, but I ended up replacing the juice with something else because the bottle broke. So that actually doesn't have Bikilian in it. Burberry, the original, one of my old school favorites here. Got me addicted to Oriental fragrances here. Prestige Black from Cuba. And I picked these up blind, bought these at TJ Maxx. They were like really cheap. This was $7.99. So very clean scent. Of course, at $7.99, it's not gonna be low on quality, and both of these are, but they actually smell pretty good. And this is a clone of Angel Man from Terry Mugler, and this one's actually a clone of Swiss Army. So if you ever smelled that one, this is a clone of that one. I actually have this in the queue for review. That's how come I know that. Actually do not own Swiss Army, so I'm gonna have to take my research at his word for that. Perry Ellis 18. This is a really light summer scent. Lemon and a bunch of chemical notes. Not one I recommend. Another blind buy fail. Here's another. Here's a Mason Francis Kirkchan Aqua Vitae. I think I forgot one. This is another Cuba. Another one of those bargain bin finds. This was $9 for 4 of these cigars. But moving right along, where do we stop off at? VIP from Playboy. If you want a very authentic white chocolate note for not a lot of money, you can pick that up. It's just the white chocolate note is going to last literally like 5 seconds and it's going to disappear, but does give you the sense of white chocolate. This one is from Zegna. It's Zegna. This is a violet leaf based fragrance. Another one of my favorite go-to notes, especially in the spring and summer months. This was pretty good, but the ultimate as far as violet leaf goes for spring, Loam went through 2 of the 3.3, so I got the big bottle this time, so I should be good for a while. Kenneth Cole, New York. I think this is discontinued. I want to say the unique thing about this was had like a chili pepper note or something like that in it. I thought was pretty unique. That French Connection place. That's lemon water. This one's lemon water. There's nothing special about that. As you can see, it has dust on it. I don't wear that one. It's my Laurent Body Tonic. Classic chrome. Used to love that, especially like college and high school. Mont Blanc Presence, underrated one from them, I think. CK Shock. Jupe needs no introduction. 1 Million Privé, favorite from Paco Rabanne. When you say generic cologne, there should be a picture of Jaguar Classic Black next to it. It's about as generic as you can be. Unfortunately, it just doesn't have any quality to it. So something I picked up from TJ Maxx, I guess something that Fox put out for the show Empire. It's a pretty bland amber based scent. And this is probably if it's not the most potent fragrance I have, it's one of. It's like a very strong, I want to say oak moss, violet leaf. There's one other note in that that's super strong. Like I sprayed this one time and my wife made me take a shower. Sprayed the back of my hand when I first got it. She was like, "Yeah, nope, take that off." And like she said, it didn't necessarily smell bad. It was just too strong to even have an opinion. Classic Aqua DGO. Supposedly a pretty good clone of Aventus. I beg to differ. I guess if you had a smoky batch of Aventus, maybe, but it doesn't smell like pineapple smoke or grilled birch. To me, it smells like ash, like ashtray ash. So not a big fan of that one. It's okay when it dries down a little bit, but I would just go for the original. Ed Hardy's Love and Luck, which is a clone of Millesime Imperial. Well, I won't say a clone, it's very close to it. Another Periellis, this is red. At the end of that, talked about that one already. Imperial Woods was something that TJ Maxx actually put out themselves. This received a little bit of hype for a while. F Black by Ferragamo. It's alright, not a bad fragrance. This is a discontinued one that I used to wear kind of back in the day, and this is very Irresistible by Givenchy. Another discontinued one here, Avant-Garde. Spicy, ambery. I think people compared this one to Spice Bomb. I think the interesting thing about this is the honey in this is actually beeswax, not honey. So that's kind of pretty unique smelling fragrance. Pretty good performance as well. Unfortunately discontinued. Girl by Pharrell Williams. Fragrance of the Year, their premium blend from Original Penguin. One of the top two, Periellis. Black Vanilla Absolute, really love that one. Another potent one, another one of the strongest ones I probably have in my collection, at least off my skin. Old School Ursha, UR, Aqua Allegoria line here, Pomptulin, Guerlain, another freshie from Guerlain here. Imperial, Mankind from Kenneth Cole. Just did a review of that one not too long ago on my channel. Here is Nautica Voyage. This was when I first kind of discovered Fragcom. This was super hyped, and a good friend of mine actually purchased this big bottle for me, and that's probably have to break that back out this summer. Wore it a lot when I first got it and then stopped wearing it. Maybe time to break that back out and discover that one again. Gucci Guilty, my wife picked that one out for me, and as you can see, I've worn quite a bit of that, surprisingly. Not one of my favorite fragrances, but not terrible. Old School Signature scent here, Summer. Comes across like pancake syrup off my skin. It's Friends by Moschino. Hermes Rockabye, see that's gone. Very manly, traditional woody scent. My Fruity Pebble scent, Guess Seduction. Uomo by Ferragamo. Zegna Forte. Actually bought this one and really hadn't touched it since I bought it. Here we have Mont Blanc Individual. This is quite possibly the worst fragrance that I've blind bought this one off the hype because it was unique and a beast mode fragrance for summer. Well, it is beast mode, but smells like bug spray to me. Cannot stand the way that smells. And I have a lot of fragrance. I didn't use the word hate. There's some I don't like. I actually hate this fragrance. Now this was one that I wanted forever to get in my collection, and I think I waited too long before it was reformulated. This is Rocharman. Getting into a couple of my wife's scents here. Super G. This was suggested, a good fragrance suggested by Coach Rob. Went out and bought that for the lady. She likes it. She has an old school Guess fragrance here. This one's discontinued. Smells really good. This is a grown woman scent right here. Smells really nice. I think they're going for like $300 on eBay. Gold sugar for her, pink sugar. She has a Perry Ellis here. I'm not sure which one this is. Yeah, it's in that same 360 bottle, but I'm not sure what version that is. And she has a couple of Discovery sets, Marc Jacobs, the Atelier wardrobe. People always ask, like, why do you have a bottle of Windex on your fragrance shelf? It's actually not Windex. It is actually a fragrance from Moschino called Fresh. A Flower Bomb, still one of my favorites. I know it's probably a lot of people have that, but you can't deny that smells amazing, especially smelling on a woman. She has a old Euphoria, Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein Euphoria, and I don't know what this is. It's a Ferragamo Encanto. Not sure what that smells like. It's just hiding back here in a nondescript bottle. Ralph Lauren Glamorous. See, she got a couple here down. She has Magnificent Gold and another one from YSL Trench. She has her Eric Butterballs. Kingston Ooze Manthus is the first. And we have Regal Tuberose and Sultry Rose. And a little sample of Sultry Rose. Irish 39 from Le Labo. Juice Box. This is a nod to Aretha Franklin. This has tuberose too, so tuberose fragrance I wouldn't think I would like, but I actually really like both of those fragrances. Next up we have an interesting looking bottle here from Christian Louboutin, and that's Trouble in Heaven. Really like that one, probably my favorite woman's fragrance that I've smelled right now, though that's in her collection. So Grain de Poudre is another good leathery like suede and violet leaf. Really well done from YSL. All the YSLs, I haven't smelled a YSL yet that I thought was bad. All of them are pretty good. Juicy Couture Noir, amber based fragrance from Hermes, summer scent from Giorgio Armani, and classic Jimmy Choo. And back to some of the men's offerings on my side here. We have the One Parfum, the One Classic, the original one, needs no introduction. John Varvatos Vintage, Original, Platinum, and Artisan. So a little bit, I guess, about these is Spicy, Plum and Leather, Vetiver, and of course Summer Citrus. Have the classic Versace Man, gives you glimpses of what they did with Oud Noir a little later. This one's discontinued now, but very similar to Oud Noir, with the exception of, I actually don't think there's any oud in it, but they smell pretty similar. Eau Fresh, very similar to Le Labo 22. Very similar vibe. One that I'm becoming to appreciate a little more here is this summer. summer scent here, Versace Man, or Versace Pour Homme, or Versace Signature, I think is what they call it. Really like the way that one dries down. Very light, floral, but really good. Another good one. Both of these are, I think, pretty solid offerings from them. Versace Oud Noir, just did a video review of that one too. Fahrenheit Parfum and Fahrenheit Classic. This is the one that everybody thinks about even when they see this bottle. This is amazing. Absolutely love that. Glad that I got it. Discontinued, you can't really find them anymore, but a beautiful, updated, modern version of the classic Fahrenheit. It was just not as obnoxious, I think, in my opinion. Dior Homme Parfum, Leather, Iris, Dior Homme Intense, sweeter version of the Dior Homme DNA. This one's going to be more masculine. This is going to be more sweet. Then you have the classics. You have the re-release, I think 2005 and 2011 or 12, one of the two. Different formulations. Really the only difference to me is going to be the opening. The opening here is going to be a little more lavender and what people describe as buttery. Dior Homme Sport, the classic edition there too. Underrated version of Dior Homme O. I think people kind of glossed over that one. That was really nice, especially the dry down. Then we can move into the Chanel's blue. I only have that one blue. I don't have any of the other re-releases. That's the Eau de Toilette. Dior Homme Sport, probably my favorite of the bunch, which is why you see two bottles here. Edition Blanche. To me, it's a metallic lemon with good performance, and then you kind of have the DNA of the original Allure Homme, so it turns into like this oriental. Allure Homme, just a classic men's fragrance. I'll need to buy another bottle of that. I think you can be without that if you're a collector. I love that one. 1270 from Frapan, one of my all-time favorites. Still probably the best fragrance that I've smelled from A to Z. All these scents are kind of boozy. This one is a tobacco-based scent. Got a little tobacco and has a little bit of amber in the base, at least resins in the base. Paradis Perdue, not a huge fan of that one. It's a beast mode citrus fragrance with vetiver. I want to say a hay vibe or something like that, or dried grass. We have Passion Boisé, which is tangerine and woods. Orchid Man is another one that's supposed to be a Ventus clone. Side by side, they don't smell all that similar to me. The jasmine in there does smell similar, but outside the jasmine, that's about it. One of my favorite fragrances right now too is this one, and got some crazy compliments wearing that one. Eight and Bob Egypt, classic man fragrance, leather, and I think that's kind of the suede like leather that it has in there, and sandalwood. So sandalwood is the thing that really makes it smooth and elegant over the top of patchouli. So I'm gonna have to review that one because I'm really liking that one. Really like using that over the cold months. Velvet Patchouli. If you're a patchouli lover, then you'll be happy. If not, you're going to be disappointed, because that's another challenging one. Eau Duel. It's my only diptyque fragrance. I have to get into the house a little more. Bamboo Harmony by Killian. Joe de Poe by Serge Luton. It smells like bread. To me, shortbread, like a non-sweet shortbread cookie. Peruvian Ambrette, another one from Zegna, their upper end line. We have the creamsicle fragrance from Mugler. This one is Ultra Zest. We have one of my favorites from the house, Pure Wood, I think underrated. Pure Havana. I would flip these two. A lot of people go for Pure Havana, say this one's kind of the first or second best. I would actually put Pure Wood before this. I actually like Pure Wood a little better. Pure Havana, based on honey tobacco. Pure Coffee, which is just what it sounds like, coffee-based scent. The King, the best of the line in my opinion, Pure Malt. And then we have the OG, A-Man, the original. We have M7 Fresh from YSL. A couple bottles of L'Homme, La Nuit de L'Homme, and old bottle of L'Homme. Bentley for Man Intense, and just Bentley for Man. People praise this as being a niche quality fragrance. I actually think the regular for Man version is just as good. People skip over it for some reason. It is a lighter version of the Intense, which makes sense. Next up, we have Midnight in Paris, Van Cleef & Arpels. Another discontinued scent. Glad I was able to get my hands on that one. Back to the ladies' side, we have Relentless. Love Relentless by Tory Burch, Vince Camuto, an Alien fragrance, and that is a potent fragrance there. Dulce Floral Drops by Dolce & Gabbana. We have New York Amber from Bond No. 9, New York Oud, New York Musk. It's another really strong scent. Well, both of these really are like beast mode fragrances. Rose and Oud, Musk, Little Italy, West Side, one of my favorites that she wears. New York Holiday edition, which is really good as well. So New York, and Cooper Square. She has some vintage for her, some Aqua Florentina, Love and White. I think I was doing some testing with that one. Atelier Cologne. I think this is her favorite, Intense Cafe from Montal. Soleil de Capri. It's a summer scent with Montal longevity. And Tonka Imperial. She has some Gucci. I don't know what Gucci this is. Oh, Gucci Guilty. Evidently she wears that quite a bit too. Ralph Lauren. Another one I think I bought this one maybe either Coach Rob or Jeremy Fragrance. Talking about how good that one is. I went out and bought it. Can't remember who. A Lalique that I picked up, 1905. One I smelled in Vegas from this Terres Aromatiques line. Pretty good. I really like that one. Been wearing it. It's coming off a little feminine though, so I'm probably gonna end up gifting that one to the wife, more so than myself. La Parfum is actually one that's for the ladies that I think is more unisex. Upper Noir Sport, Upper Noir, Noir Extreme. Ideal Cologne is a pretty good one. That's gonna get some use this summer and spring. Kind of reminds me a little bit of my Allure Homme Edition Blanche, but with almond. Not exactly the same, but it kind of gives me a similar feel. So I really like that one too. And then they have the Cologne, the Ideal Cologne Eau de Toilette, Gucci Peron 2, Bulgari Man in Black Orient, 1 Million Intense, 1872 Clive Christian's Green Citrus, Oud and Leather fragrance, C. Ultramall. I think That one's pretty well known. Then the Essence perfume. This used to be blue. It's turned into like this dark purple juice. So I'm not sure. The smell the same. Just weird that the color is changing. Valentino Uomo. So this is actually what's in my big Bikilian jar because the sprayer broke. So I end up having to decant it out of this bottle. I just kept the bottle because the bottle is really nice. And then I have some commodity fragrances: vetiver, bergamot, velvet, moss, gin, and whiskey. Out of all of these, I think the two that I really like, velvet, moss probably get some play this spring and summer. I really like that one. On the lighter side, whiskey, and then orris. Orris is one that kind of reminds me of actually this Ball de Freak a little bit. Just a little bit more feminine, where this is more unisex. But really like both of these, especially for spring and summer. Van Cleef & Arpels, Amber Imperial, one of my favorite amber scents. Millesime Imperial, Silver Mountain Water, Creed, the Almighty Aventus, Green Irish Tweed, Jardin d'Amalfi. Dude, this for summer niche. You want something high end. I can't think of anything better for high heat than Jardin d'Amalfi. We have Sublime Vanilla, which is a lime and vanilla combo. We have Original Santal. We're trying to warm up to this one. This one kind of has a similar problem to Individual. Just this smells leagues better than that, and especially in construction quality, things of that nature. But the scent profile itself, I'm not crazy about. So I'm trying to warm up to that one a little bit. Food for Greatness from Initio Perfumes, Rehab, Initio Perfumes. Really enjoyed wearing those this last cold season. Oud Satin Nude from MFK, Aqua Vitae Forte. So Xerjoff sample. That's probably going to be my next niche purchase. That's Oud Overdose. Not Oud, Ouden Overdose. A really good scent. Ouden was on my list to buy, but I think Overdose is going to get the purchase. Elysium from Roja Dove, Gallop from Hermes, and really excited about this one. It's a pretty recent purchase as well. It's called Midnight Special from Ex Nihilo. Wife has a couple more over here. BCBG McNamara Bone Cheek. One of my favorites from her. C, my Burberry Black, and don't you about a light blue. And those are pretty much all the large bottles I have. I do have a couple of Discovery sets. I have the Tom Ford Privé collection with 12 ml decants of some of their top sellers. Some of the ones that's pretty well known: Tuscan Leather, Tobacco Vanille, normal players. Have some replica Discovery set or wardrobe or whatever you want to call it. There, some of their popular ones. I don't know if this brand, I got this brand clean from Sephora. I'm not sure if they even have these anymore. I haven't seen them in a while, but out of here, I think the one that I like is called Skin. Kind of reminds me of a Dior Homme. Have a Montal Discovery set. Derek Lam. Joe Malone. This one has some pretty good size, quote unquote samples. They may be 12 mil themselves, so just a good sample size. Then I have the Initio perfumes sample set. I think this has 2, 4, 6, 8 fragrances in it. Have not, to be honest, have not smelled all of those just yet. I'm waiting to do a unboxing of this, and not an unboxing, but my discovery series. Waiting on to do a discovery series of that, of a Clive Christian discovery set. They actually sent me this. I did a video. I was real appreciative that they sent me this, and I have enough to actually do some. So I did reviews of this before this came in the mail. So I have actually bought full bottles of these two. Have not bought full bottles of Art Deco and Jump Up and Kiss Me. Probably won't. I like them, but I don't love them, and the price tag on both of those are really, really high. But I will probably do a review. There's enough juice in there that I can wear that for a good while and give my opinion of those. I have the Essential Collection from Frederick Mall. Monsieur is the one that I like. I think it's called Monsieur. Must Forever Yours is kind of growing on me. I don't know if I'll buy a full bottle of that one, but it is definitely growing on me as a fragrance. We have the Nomad selections from Byredo. It's another one I need to do a full review on. So Balder Freak, I really love. I need to do a review on that one. And last but not least, I have a Discovery set from Chris Collins. I liked a couple of these. I think one was bottle worthy. Probably be getting a bottle of that just to support the brother. That is my collection. If you've seen anything that you think you want to see as a full review or discovery, let me know down in the comments. This was a long vid, so thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. You guys know I talk slow.